Hello guys, time for scary videos that you can simply not watch alone. On the evening of May 29th, 2018, a man was relaxing in his home when he began to hear unusual sounds coming from the basement. Initially, he suspected that a squatter might have secretly taken up residence in his home without permission. However, still uncertain, he decided to investigate further. What he discovered was far more terrifying than he could have imagined.
Doing this cabinet crown, and I think there's a squatter in this house. I think it's in here. Hello? 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 Anybody here?
Upon reaching the basement, he found no sign of anyone there. Strangely, the lights began to flicker on and off, despite the light switch being visible and untouched. It was at this moment that the man realized he was not dealing with an intruder, but rather something more sinister, an entity of the paranormal nature. Determined to get to the bottom of the situation, he continued his search, though his skepticism was quickly fading.
Hello? Hello? Who is it?
To his shock, the basement door inexplicably swung open, despite no one being there. As he approached to inspect, the door suddenly slammed shut behind him. The lights began to flicker once more, this time so intensely that it caused the man to drop his phone in fear. What happened next was even more chilling. The phone, lying on the floor, started spinning as if it was being manipulated by an unseen force. The man, now thoroughly terrified, decided he could no longer stay in the house. He moved out a week later and since then has experienced no further paranormal occurrences. One night, the family got disturbed by a stranger on their porch. He seemingly tried to force his way into the house. Unfortunately, it is unknown if the police got a hold of him. But what's even more are his wide eyes that don't appear fully human. Strange. The following was recorded by an explorer who was just recording what appears to be some recently abandoned living facilities. But there has been something else that was with him at the time. Could this be one of the former tenants maybe? What's your opinion? The following video is going to take us on a spine-chilling adventure with Caden and his friends as they set out on a camping trip in the eerie woods of Arizona. Now, normally Caden's vlogs are all about everyday life, but this time they stumble upon something truly bizarre. Let's dive into the mystery. Caden and his friends had just arrived at their campsite when they heard an unsettling noise in the distance. What could it be? Well, they decided to whip out their camera to capture the moment.
I don't know.
That was a child screaming.
Joe, listen.
Or like a woman or something. That was a female screaming. Phil? Please, please, please. No. Oh my God, Phil, it sounds like somebody's being...
What they recorded was absolutely hair-raising, a chilling scream that sent shivers down their spines.
Please. No.
Was it a woman's voice or something else entirely? The internet had mixed opinions, ranging from it being a mountain lion to a skinwalker. But the mystery didn't end there. In the second part, things got even stranger.
Oh my God, Phil, it sounds like somebody's...
Dude, how's that person that? It's personally good.
Phil, that sounds like some scary movie shit.
In the middle of nowhere. Dude, I had the biggest revolver ever, dude. Dude, we're in the middle of nowhere.
Dude, that sounds like some haunted... Dude. What happened to the other steel target?
There's two.
There's one right there on the ground. It's on the ground.
Where? What? That, right there.
What the is that?
Dude, that's not normal. No.
Please tell me you guys are with me. Oh! No!
As they approached the source of the eerie screams, something unexpected happened. A keen-eyed subscriber spotted a chilling detail. When the video was brightened, a humanoid figure seemed to be lurking behind one of the trees. So they were not alone. Some speculated it could have been a barn owl, while others believe it might be an unknown creature, a cryptid perhaps. Now, putting all these eerie elements together, it's hard to ignore that something sinister is afoot. In this deeply unsettling video from May 18th, 2022, a woman named Leticia experienced something truly eerie while staying alone in her Airbnb, or so she thought. The incident occurred around midnight when she was abruptly awakened by a noise she could have never anticipated. Let's dive into the footage. Although convinced she was alone, Leticia was startled by a scream that seemed to emanate from within the Airbnb. Initially paralyzed by fear, she hesitated to move, but eventually she gathered the courage to investigate. Despite thoroughly checking the apartment, she found nothing out of the ordinary. The mystery surrounding the recording remains unresolved, leaving us to wonder, was it a prank, a noise from outside, or something far more sinister? Now back to the house of user WinMCPix, who also is dealing with a malevolent shadow figure and who has blessed us today with some new updates.
I am home alone. I'm hearing my own voice upstairs. The door won't stop knocking, and there's nobody there. This door keeps banging. I thought I was hearing my voice. Nobody's there. Go away! Ooh, that was right over my shoulder. Who's I'm giving you one chance to leave. I know what you're doing. It's not scaring me. It's not scaring anybody else. You need to leave now. Yeah, I got a feeling you're in this room, aren't you? Are you in here? This again. Okay. All right. If you're gonna play these games all night, I'm not gonna play. I'm not doing this. And now I hear the bathroom water on. Good grief. Get out.
So, do you think this activity is demonic? In this video, we see a young woman who was just stepping outside into her backyard to take her laundry in. However, unbeknownst to her, something creepy was lurking at her at the time. The family asked their neighbors if they had any idea as of what this could have been, but unfortunately they were just as clueless as the family themselves. Was it something otherworldly? The uploader of this video tells us that he got an alert on his phone stating that his doorbell camera had noticed a person standing in front of his door, and it was after midnight already. He then saw the following on his camera. In his opinion, this was not a trick of the light or a bug of any sorts, since he had never seen anything like it, and believes that maybe a ghost was visiting him that night. And in the following video, was traveling on a narrow road in the middle of nowhere one night. Apparently this area is pretty notorious for scary incidents that have been reported over the last 100 years. The most common story, however, is the one about the lady in red, who can be seen ever so often, standing on the side of the road and looking at passing vehicles. It is said that she lost her life in this very area a long time ago, but that her spirit is still haunting these grounds. The man was pretty uneasy after noticing a figure in what appears to be a red dress. He states that all he wanted is to get home as soon as possible after noticing this thing on the side of the road. And I suppose it will remain a mystery if that was actually the lady in red or just a lost person.
Martin Iveas has uploaded the following video, and he states, "This footage was captured on my phone while I was filming a 3-part tour of the church. It's my favorite place to shoot as a photographer. I wanted to make this tour for friends and followers. Just as I was about to wrap up, I went in the basement to a room I call the Red Room. After shining my light on what I think is a man, he gets up from a chair and chases me throughout the church. I still can't believe I managed to get this all on camera. I'm still very shaken up from this. Fellow photographers and artists, never go into places like this alone. Please." So this sounds like a terrifying experience for Martin. Let's see what actually transpired.
Part 3 of my favorite place to shoot. It's a little dark outside. It's pretty cloudy. It's rained all day today. I'm going to show you guys my favorite place to go. Downstairs in what I call the Red Room. The Red Room is a place I go once I'm done shooting for the day. Just to kind of look at pictures, see if I need to retake anything, re-edit anything.
A beautiful location, I really have to say. Who could have thought that there might be something really creepy lurking in that basement? Have you ever gone on a location like that, all by your own?
Turn the light off during the day. It's got a nice tint of red. I'll show you.
Pretty dark as well down there,
It's a little dark now,
obviously.
Can't see. Come down here, it's peaceful, it's quiet.
But then he comes across what he describes as a man sitting in the chair.
Oh my god.
And he tries to make it out of there as fast as he can. After all, he doesn't know what he actually just stumbled across. Now, what exactly is sitting in that chair, looking towards the wall in pitch darkness? Is it just a regular man, meditating? A homeless person perhaps, or something paranormal? Let me know what you guys think. Maybe just a hoax after all, whatever the reason. It's pretty terrifying.
And now we want to check out a couple of videos from James Fodder, and he thinks to have bought a haunted doll.
This creepy looking doll from Goodwill. An employee said the owner wanted to get rid of it ASAP and bought it law.
That was creepy. Was that a cloth ball? Is this a shadow figure? Alright, this video was uploaded by Nitro Sideshow. and he tells us, a video of an alleged ghost sighting recorded in the Vale Town Museum in Victor, New York. Not a lot of info has been given to us at this point, but I suppose it's a museum ghost. Let's take a look at it. An unexplained figure moves from the background forward. The investigator doesn't notice the moving figure, okay, so they did not notice it at the time, and we decide, of course. Oh, is it maybe here? Is there somebody standing? It does appear like it a little, but... I certainly see something standing here. But it's super grayish. Oh yeah, it is moving. Look at that. There is something certainly moving here. Really weird. Look here, when he walks past the pole, you can see through the face, kinda. Which would not be possible if we are talking another investigator, perhaps, or another human being. I mean, I saw it immediately, that there seemed to be somebody standing, and now, yeah, see that? How he moves back and forth, and then it's just gone. This is a significant capture. I really like that one. And I don't think that to be a human being. Just see, you can always a little bit see through that thing. That's why I don't believe. The following video was uploaded by user TwistedChamber666, who states that a friend has sent the following clip. It was nighttime when this was recorded, and the person's nephew was staying in the hospital at the time with a close family member. Visiting times were long over, and it was more than unlikely that anybody was out on the hallway that late at night.
Oh, hello. Very gorgeous.
However, what appears to be a dark black shadow is passing through in the background. The family believes this to be a spirit and could find nobody in the hallway after checking shortly after. Do you believe this could be the case? Could this be a real ghost? I mean, a real person would probably not move that fast, right? Really creepy.
Frank sent me the following capture of a man who was on a nightly ghost hunt in a not further disclaimed area. Aimed with his flashlight, it appears that he is scouting out some sort of retail or office building, and he might not be alone that night. A light object seems to peek into the frame from the right lower corner. No idea what it is. But it doesn't end there. Is a face looking at our investigator from behind this metal frame. Unsettling. user, fortunately now, has shared the following capture of his niece. It reads as follows: 12 AM. 2-year-old captures something on phone. She's my niece. I tried to sage the house. No joke. Fell down the 2nd floor. I can't get a paranormal team to go out without payment. Can barely afford the phone, let alone an investigation. That thing I couldn't handle alone. It sounds that Fortunate's family is haunted by an evil shadow being that might have malevolent tendencies. As he's asking for help on Reddit, one can only hope that they find aid, because they might really need it. Our next video was captured by a CCTV camera in a mall. The story goes that neither the security staff nor customers could see what was going on at the time. Myself, I'm actually not too sure what exactly happened that particular day, and it left me with an eerie feeling. Notice how the security guard controlling the mouse makes us aware of a childlike figure that was captured on the security footage. It is an unusual thin shape. It reminds me a lot of a shadow figure. The movement as well is pretty odd. I've never seen many people moving like that. See how the girl just stands still. This goes on for several moments in which we don't see the shadow move once. To me, the shape at this point looks way more like a human than moments earlier. Security staff stated that they could not see the girl in person in the actual mall. But then there is a guard who, in my opinion, notices the girl sitting on the ground very clearly. But I have no idea what exactly happens next. It baffles my mind. The shape follows two customers, phases through one of them, and disappears at the end of the hallway. How do you explain this phenomena? Was it simply a little girl? And this whole video just a hoax? How else could the customers just walk past the shape?
Now we join a lone adventurer as he steps into an abandoned house, enveloped in mystery. With each cautious step, he delves deeper into the chilling history that haunts this place. The locals have forbidden entry, and for good reason. Once upon a time, an enigmatic old man called this house his home. He lived a solitary life until his final days. What makes it more perplexing is that no one else ever resided in this vast structure, but it's the events that occurred after his passing. Neighbors share tales of shadowy figures seen near the 2nd floor windows, and the sound of children's laughter in the dead of night. Armed with this knowledge, our fearless explorer proceeds with caution, prepared for the supernatural. Suddenly, out of thin air, a small object topples. He pauses, trying to find a logical explanation, but none comes to mind. The object fell on its own, leaving him unsettled. But also at the same time, a creepy shadow can be seen entering a room on the stationary camera, and he had no idea that he caught that. Strange. Undeterred, our explorer ascends the creaky staircase, determined to uncover the secrets of the second floor. He sets up another camera, capturing a different angle. Little does he know, within a few frames, a mysterious silhouette appears against the wall. It's only upon later review that he notices the spectral figure. It sends a chill down his spine, but the real terror is yet to unfold. Our brave investigator discovers several mysterious locked rooms, and a sense of unease fills the air, raising his apprehension. Horrifying twist, the door slams shut as soon as he enters, trapping him inside. Panic sets in as he frantically tries to escape, only to find the door firmly locked. Miraculously, the door unlocks itself, and the man is fleeing in terror. The camera abruptly stops recording, leaving the remainder of his escape uncharted. Yet, right before it shuts off, a chilling sight is captured. The lens pans to the room he just left, revealing a shadowy figure standing ominously, observing his frantic retreat. The realization that he was never alone made the man feel quite uneasy, and it left him profoundly disturbed. This video was shared by a young man who states that he was out on a nightly trip with friends when they saw something rather strange hovering on the other side of the road. He pulled his phone out and started recording. What caught him off guard was that with this strange sighting, there was an unusual whipping noise that he could hear stemming from that thing. If this was just a wind hose or something, why would it be illuminated? He had no explanations for this sighting. And after returning to the car a bit later that evening, the object had mysteriously disappeared, according to the uploader. Some comments even state that it looks quite similar to a head and a torso. Could this mean that we are looking at a real ghost here? Or is there a way more plausible explanation in your opinion? Michael and Heather are a couple that like to tamper with the paranormal forces. They stream some of their Ouija sessions to their viewership, and ever so often, some really interesting events are unfolding. But lately, as one would expect, these forces seem to make it into their house, even if they are not playing with their Ouija board. As we know, playing with a board opens up a door that oftentimes can't be closed easily again.
Hello? Hello? Whoa. Hello?
Yet they decided to proceed with their live Ouija sessions. On a side note, never take off your hands off the planchette without ending the session first.
I'm freaked out now.
As you can imagine, it didn't end there. The following night, they heard some disturbance from outside of the bedroom.
Shh, shh, shh. Who's there?
Did the poltergeist open all their cupboards? Or were they opened previously without showing us? But it escalated even more. Around 2 AM, an intruder seemed to start ringing their doorbell. Nobody can be seen outside their house. Strange. It seems that to this day, these events haven't really calmed down. They have several security cameras mounted in their home to capture all the activity. Even their pets are starting to get freaked out. Let's see how this case develops in the future.